Alright. As I was saying, we're back to Borderlands. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
We almost done with this game. Let's see here. Quick travel. No, not quick travel.
Yeah, we're gonna have to run.
So, Zerg, ready to go fight zombies?
You mean we're playing Resident Evil?
That is a co-op experience in one of them, isn't it?
But no, not right now.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, sure. Let's see, where's the nearest?
Darken. Go.
Up here.
This is the closest one I know. Actually, no, it could have gone to Moxie's. Oh well, we're here.
I don't think we've been up here, have we?
We have. This is where you start the DLC.
Huh. Let's see here. Alright.
The Hallowed Hollow.
Welcome to Hallowed Hollow, the only community for Pandora's exiled and retired undead. I'm the town's lookout, TK Baha. Why don't you come on and find me, would you? Just follow the sound of the blind redneck zombie's voice.
Welcome
Let's see.
to my humble shop. Don't die. I need your business.
I'm just gonna stick with this.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that. Tell your friend, Marcus Munitions.
Alright. Going back to my head. Huh. Alright,
I don't know what this is.
Oh, it gives me boosts. They give me the boosts. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Lately, a real sourpuss named the Pumpkin Kingpin's been hassling the townsfolk. They're so scared these days, they won't even step outside. Why don't you get out there and give him the old 1-2 for me?
Sure thing.
This way.
Level 14. What the hell?
Well, that explains a few things.
The pumpkin kingpin should be in that clearing on the other side of that gate.
Yep.
Oh, these guys are gonna get freaking murked.
Oh, horseradish. The kingpin must have cast a locking spell on this gate. You're gonna need an enchanted skeleton key. Why don't you dig up some graves and let's find ourselves some enchanted bones, you hear? That looks like an enchanted skeleton right there. Why don't you give him a wallop and you dag-nabbit. The folks buried there must have been noble type. That's one of the enchanted bones you'll need. Once you find the others
Okay.
and make the key, you'll be able to go toe-to-toe with the pumpkin kingpin himself. Yeehaw!
Man, I must have really forgotten what the levels were like. Forget how low level these things are.
I mean, they probably expect you to do this on True Vault Hunter and Ultimate. Because I'm pretty sure these came out later in the game's like life cycle.
You done found another enchanted skeleton. Great! Only one more bone piece left, and then you can make yourself a skeleton key.
You are nothing.
Huh? Oh, wow. I'm blind. Right in front of my face.
One spar.
Oops. Red candy.
I'm pretty sure that's damage.
Hey! You found the last enchanted skeleton! Why don't you drop him quicker than an uncomfortable subject at a family dinner? Alright! Now that you got all the enchanted bones, why don't you head to the blacksmith's and forge yourself a skeleton key? While you're there, tell Sully the blacksmith that I said hi.
The hell? They're looking at us.
Stay put. Bye now.
I do remember the Headhunter events also being they can drop most of the like rare gears in the game through these somehow. So I am curious to see if we'll get lucky and get another one through this.
You're gonna need the blacksmith's hammer to make the key. Now, where could he be? Sully? Hey, Sully! You got a customer over here? Oh, there he is! Why don't you ask him for his hammer, would you? I'm sure he'll hand it over if you ask him nicely.
That was close.
Sounds like
No,
you
it
two are
wasn't.
done talking, huh? I was sure he'd come around. Nevertheless, you better get that hammer from him. All right. Now, smack those bones together and forge yourself a skeleton key.
Would you like to do the honors?
Oh, did I do it again?
Now that you've got the key, you can find the Pumpkin Kingpin's lair and make the rivers run orange with pumpkin guts.
Is this a shortcut back?
I don't know.
And stay down.
Lava down that way, so jumping.
Yeah, I think we can just keep going and we'll get dropped off.
Quiet.
How did I lose health?
What are you looking for?
I was asking, how did I lose health?
Do you have blood-soaked shields?
I don't know. No? I don't even know what that is.
It's an ability the Necromancer can have. I know that if you kill an enemy with that skill, it recharges your shields, but it like takes some of your health.
Huh. This is definitely where the Pumpkin Kingpin lives, but he ain't here. Must be sleeping underground or something. Oh, I bet if you flood the area, you'd probably have to come up for air. Go on and head to the windmill. Windmill ain't working, is it? Oh, great horny toads. Must be the scrack nesting up there in the blades. Better clear them all out. I'm sorry. I bet this is frustrating for you.
No. It's robot fighting time! Attaboy!
Those abominations there were made by good old Dr. Zed. Speaking of which, have you seen Zed or Ned lately? What about Ted? Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. We ain't supposed to talk about the forbidden, brother. My bad.
Thank you, Death Trap.
The Spikos and Scrag tell legends of the creature who kicked him out of the Iridium Blight. Said there was a real big, small, or normal-sized man or woman, and that there was 1 to 4 of them. The legends are pretty vague.
Gee, I wonder who he's talking about.
Windmill's going.
I do like that
Blood's
they
pumping,
threw that in
ready
there,
for a final
that it could have been
showdown
1 to
with
4
the Pumpkin
people,
Kingpin.
since, you know,
Whenever you're ready,
you could
just
play
head
this
back
game
to
solo
the
or
Kingpin's domicile.
with 4 people.
That windmill powers our hemoglobin pumps. Got a few vampires in town and, well, they make milkshakes out of blood. I had one once. It was all right.
Are you ready?
All right. Hallowed Hollow is safe once again. Come on back for your reward whenever you want, old pal.
Whee!
Found some healing.
Oh, the wrong one.
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
Thanks for coming on by, stranger. Don't see too many new folks these days. Or ever, really, on account of the blindness. One day somebody will laugh at that joke. As payment for
What'd
my
they give us, I wonder?
watchfulness, I asked the town folks for my favorite candy, sugary brain bites. Mm-mm. I ain't been able to collect any though since my zombie polio started acting up again. Could you make the rounds for me and maybe bring me back as much brain-flavored candy as you can?
Oh, okay.
Whoa,
Another one down.
hold on. I gotta go deal with this spider before it becomes a problem.
There's a spider.
In my room. I need to deal with them before I shoot.
Okay.
let you to Jupiter. Ah.
Sweet baby gums! I've been trying to wean myself off actual brains for a while now. And those candies there sure do the trick, don't they? Why don't you get me some more, would you?
Away from me. Chase him down.
Sugary brain bites got all the taste of brains without all the hassle of chasing and murdering and looking at your bloody hands screaming, "Oh God, what have I become?"
I am back.
Welcome back.
I don't know if you heard, but he got away from me, so I had to chase him down.
Did you get him?
Yeah,
Cool.
he was fast.
I'd say take the other path. I'm working on trying to get the last one over here. And
Alright.
there's 2 more down the other path.
Alright, I'll go down the other path.
Being the lookout for this town might be boring as sin, but that there candy makes the whole deal worthwhile. Yeehaw! Hey, you nearly got enough sugary brain bites. Got enough candy to keep me on a gray matter sugar high for months. Why don't you come on back?
Dude, why can't I move like this all the time? This reminds me of Borderlands 1 days.
Yay! Candy. thanks of bunches. Before I eat all these, I'm gonna squish them together into a big lump and pretend it's the brain of somebody I don't like. Nah, who am I kidding? There ain't nobody I don't like. They're all delicious. Hey, Moxie said anything about me? Hey, got any brains on you? I suppose you don't. But I loves me some brains. Got Mordecai and the rest to bring me like 1,000 of them once. You'd be surprised how quickly you can go through a good stockpile of gray matter when you've got the munchies. So then, after Lilith and all them killed Dr. Ned, I decided I'd come back here to unlive out the rest of my days. Thought about going to Sanctuary with all them Crimson Raider fellas, but I didn't want to mess with Candy. I heard tell that Handsome Jack fella killed a bunch of folks in Firestone. Kinda comforting to know that even if those bandits hadn't got me, I still would have got killed in the end. Dagnabbit, I may be blind, widowed, crippled, and undead, but I sure haven't lost my sunny disposition. So then, after Lilith and all them killed Dr. Ned, I decided I'd come back here to unlive out the rest of my days. Thought about going to Sanctuary with all them Crimson Raider fellas, but I didn't want to mess with Candy.
Wow, this was embarrassing. Alright, but at least it's done.
I mean, what do you want things in here to actually be a challenge? Because if you do, that's going to require you to switch to True Vault Hunter and then do all of the opening section of the game to get the Sanctuary, so that things will be like R-leveled.
No, we're not gonna. Whatever. I think this is the next one.
Alright.
Get this knocked out too.
Welcome to the Torque Corporation's Hunger for Violence Extravaganza! Tonight, we're gonna watch the Vault Hunter take on the Ravenous Wattle Gobbler!
Ooh. Iridium.
You're looking good.
Will the Vault Hunter finally be able to defeat the unbeatable? Get your health and shields right here. Be careful out there. Feeling overburdened by money? Lovely. I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough. But first, I'm interviewing the only Torque contestant to survive a showdown with the Gobbler. Question time! How are you doing? What's your favorite color? Did you ever see that one movie about the dog who played basketball? When did you have your first kiss? Did you ever see the sequel to the dog basketball movie where the dog went to space? And if so, which of the two do you prefer? Awesome! Another question. How do you feel about my facial hair? Thank you! How do you feel about the Vault Hunter's chances against the Ravenous Wattle Gobbler? Will they win? Will they die? Your thoughts! You don't sound confident! Further questions! Who is the most attractive person on Pandora? That's an awful thing to say! Ellie's like a 10! Try expanding your definition of beauty, you chump! No! I'm done talking to you! Your grasp on body politics is lacking at best! Oh, looks like we're out of time! We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor! Hey! Get over here so I can whisper some things to you in secret! Real talk. The Gobbler fight is rigged. The tour's board of directors made the Gobbler unbeatable, so it'd eat all the contestants and get us a bunch of hits on the EchoNet. But I don't want you to die, cause you're cool, and oh crap, I'm not whispering anymore, my bad! You gotta get into the kitchen, kill everybody, and poison the Gobbler's food. Once the poison takes effect, you can kill him. Also, I want him dead so I can eat him! He looks delicious! And we're back! The Vault Hunter's in the kitchen, but today there's a new item on the menu. Murder! Vault Hunter, kill the chefs!
Silence!
Do it.
Gonna pick your corpse clean!
Somebody jump to me! Hey!
Gouda Ramsey.
Just
I am the strongest girl alive!
President of the Torg Corporation. You do well to ignore Torg's instructions if you wish to stay alive. With the chefs dead, we can prepare our own meal for the Gobbler! Get to the freezer!
Healing hypo.
Damn, that door's locked! Let me activate my remote lockpicking program!
You're gonna be my new meat bicycle!
We do not allow contestants in the meat locker. Leave at once. We gotta choose some meat for the Gobbler's meal. Turn on the tastiest looking stag corpses.
Sick 'em,
This
babe!
is totally gonna get me fired, and I
What?
my mouth is watering.
Why don't you come here?
I don't know what you're planning, but I don't like it. Tributes, get the Vault Hunter out of my kitchen.
My coffee in the pot!
Hot diggity! Those dudes didn't stand a chance. You almost feel bad for them, but then you start laughing because you were technically acting in self-defense, so screw them! Violence doesn't solve anything except for all the things it does! Now to grind up the meat, get to the kitchen! Torg, as president, I demand to know why the hell the Vault Hunter is running around backstage. Just trying to mix things up. Your job is not to mix things up. Your job is to flex your muscles and do air guitar solos, idiot. Words can hurt!
What?
Let's get a grindin'!
After you.
Grind, grinder! Delicious! We're nearly done preparing the Gobbler's meal! With the meat prepared, we only need one more ingredient. Deadly poison! Head to the Stabber Jabber nests!
Down here. Nope, not down here.
I ran out of explosives
license, so I'm actually going to open this door remotely without blowing it up.
Hyperion recommends channeling your post-death frustration into pre-death vengeful anger.
Alright, what door did you blow up? This one.
This door.
You know you're following an idiot, yes? Torg created his explosive gun tech, then sold it to us for $12 and a high five. We kept him on purely for PR reasons. But you both outlived your usefulness. Tribute, kill.
You got this one?
That won't do. This will end.
When God closes a door, I blow it the up. Hey, make sure to get a slag weapon on the way.
I got the grog nozzle.
Smack the jabber nest to wake him up. All right, now slag the jabber.
What are you aiming at?
Kill it before the slag wears off.
Oh, got it.
Candace told me a single slag jabber gland would be enough to kill a monster the size of a planet. So get a few more.
Alright, got it.
I got it.
Nearly done. I can almost taste the gobbler now.
Huh.
Woo! You got all the glands. Now pop them into the gobbler's dinner and you'll be ready to fight him.
Hold on.
Why do you insist on being a moron, Torg? This is why you lost a controlling share of your own company. I knew I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Huh. Slag weapon right here.
They probably give you that in case you don't have one on you.
Yeah.
Now add the poison glands to the marination. Hit that button to marinate the out of that meal. The meal's almost ready. Let's get cooking. Start the conveyor of cookery.
Ah, I'm stuck in a box.
That's it. You've gone off script one too many times, Torg. Today's meal is canceled. Chefs, shut down that oven. We can't stop now. Protect the oven. I swear by my abdominal muscles, I will eat the ravenous Wattle Gobbler.
What goes on? I got no confidence.
Don't
Give
let
me
the
your
chefs
control.
near the oven, or they'll switch it off. the chef's near the oven, or they'll switch it off.
You cannot. I won't ever. Take this easy on yourself.
I want that oven shut down. I want the Vault Hunter dead. And I want Mr. Torg's head on a plate. Don't let the chef near the oven, or they'll switch it off. Don't let those food snobs destroy our culinary masterpiece! Food's done! Go get it! My taste buds are aflame with the power of 1,000 nuclear bombs! My mouth is watering so much you could drown a small village in my cheeks! The taste apocalypse is upon us! If you kill that Gobbler, Torg, it'll be your last meal. The board of directors and I can guarantee that. You know why we made the Gobbler invincible, Torg? So you could kill him. After dozens of failed attempts by other contestants, you were supposed to finally kill it on camera while wielding our most expensive guns. You would have looked like a hero. Why be a hero when you could eat one? You are the dumbest person in the world. I paid several other contestants to kill you if the Gobbler can't, Vault Hunter. You and Torg will pay for your idiocy. Here comes the Ravenous Wattle Gobbler! We've replaced this creature's normal food with poison! Let's see if he notices! He took the bait! Now just don't die until the poison takes effect! Wattle Gobbler! No, you idiotic mercs! Don't shoot the Gobbler, shoot the Vault Hunter! The poison's working! It's working! The Gobbler is killable! Let the taste apocalypse begin!
Robot fighting time!
I'm gonna eat the out of this thing! This is your last chance. May or may not call this all, or you're out of the... You just disobeyed a direct order from your president, Torg. You're dead. I am so scared! I know you can't tell because of the tone of my voice, but that was sarcastic! Anyway, come on back whenever, Vault Hunter!
Hot garbage.
My grandma, pretty big fan of yours. Could you go say hi to her?
Okay, this might take a little bit.
Nah.
Oh man, it's the Vault Hunter! You are awesome! Didn't you fight Terramorphous? I fought a big creature like that once. He was a big whale squid with 100 tentacles. You ever thought anything with tentacles? Oh, of course you have. Terramorphous had tentacles. How silly of me. Now, where was I?
I am so sorry.
All right, the whale creature. His name was Blowhole the Apocalypse. I called him the Apocalypse for short. And he attacked my hometown of Tsunami's Edge when I was but a little girl. You ever been to Tsunami's Edge? Great town, nice beaches, great food, and the cost of living is just so low. Even being a single grandmother and working part-time in a scat meat processing factory, I was still able to provide for little Mr. Torg. We may not have been able to afford the finer things in life, like food, but we got by. After all, Mr. Torg and I didn't have anything but one another after that horrible gas leak blew up the iridium mine, killing my son and his lovely wife. From that day onward, my little Mr. Torg vowed to conquer explosions themselves in an effort to avenge his fallen parents, and... Oh man, I've forgotten what I was talking about. Where was... Oh right, the Blowhole the Apocalypse! So anyway, I was wrestling Blowhole to the ground, and I had my bicep curled around his blueberry throat. Blueberry? Sorry, I meant to say blubbery. I've got blueberries on the brain, I guess. I grow them in my backyard. Mr. Torg helped me plant them. Thanks again for that, grandson.
I love you, Grandma!
Anyway, I have my bicep around his blubbery throat, and Mr. Torg starts crying because he really likes whale squids, and he doesn't want to see me hurt one.
They are the princes of the ocean!
So I let the whale go after giving it a punch in the eyeball so he'll remember me, and it swam away into the ocean. And then I had Mr. Torg drive me to the ice cream parlor. He got me Rocky Road, because Rocky Road's my favorite. I'm extremely partial to the way the marshmallows act like little landmines of flavor amidst the battleground of chocolate. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is it pistachio? I bet it's pistachio. Oh, that reminds me! You'll never guess who I saw today! Pistachio the Amazing! He's a magician who studied under Crazy Earl, so he's got that weird mustache, you know, but I saw him make a rack hive disappear. A whole rack hive! I said to Mr. Torg, Mr. Torg, wasn't that amazing? And he said, yes, it was, Grandma. Didn't you say that, high five? You remember saying that?
I remember, Grandma!
And we stood in line afterward and got his autograph, and I thought I had it somewhere around here, but it's probably in the attic. I really ought to go up there and clean it out one of these days. I have so many little keepsakes up there. You're paying attention, right? Say, what's my favorite flavor of ice cream? Oh, that's your favorite flavor of ice cream.
What did you...
I'm sorry,
I wasn't paying
Grandma.
attention.
I'm sorry. They don't remember your favorite
GB!
flavor of ice cream.
I'm finished telling stories. I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Damn
I
it.
challenge you.
Now we gotta do it all over again.
Hey! My grandma's a pretty big fan of yours. Could you go say hi to her?
Oh man, it's the Vault Hunter! You are awesome! Didn't you fight Terramorphous? I fought a big creature like that once. He was a big whale squid with 100 tentacles. You ever thought anything with tentacles? Oh,
Well,
of course you have.
be comfortable with it.
Terramorphous had tentacles. How silly of me. Now, where was I?
I am so sorry.
All right, the whale creature. His name was Blowhole the Apocalypse. I called him the Apocalypse for short. And he attacked my hometown of Tsunami's Edge when I was but a little girl. You ever been to Tsunami's Edge? Great town, nice beaches, great food, and the cost of living is just so low. Even being a single grandmother and working part-time in a scat meat processing factory, I was still able to provide for little Mr. Torg. We may not have been able to afford the finer things in life, like food, but
So,
we
Lee,
got
how was
by.
your day?
After all, Mr. Torg and I didn't have anything but one another after that
pretty okay.
horrible gas leak blew up the iridium mine, killing my son and his lovely wife. From that day onward, my
Same.
little Mr. Torg
Made a
vowed
bunch
to
of
conquer
progress in
explosions
my
themselves in
personal
an effort
Minecraft
to
world.
avenge his fallen parents, and...
Took care of some
Ah, man,
grocery
I forgot
shopping
what I was
for the week.
talking about. Where was? Oh, right, the blowhole, the apocalypse. So anyway, I was wrestling blowhole to the ground, and I had my bicep curled around his blueberry throat. Blueberry? Sorry, I meant to say blubbery. I've got blueberries on the brain, I guess. I grow them in my backyard. Mr. Torg helped me plant them. Thanks again for that, grandson.
I love you, Grandma!
Anyway, I have my bicep around his blubbery throat, and Mr. Torg starts crying because he really likes whale squids, and he doesn't want to see me hurt one.
They are the princes of the ocean!
So I let the whale go after giving it a punch in the eyeball so he'll remember me, and it swam away into the ocean. And then I had Mr. Torg drive me to the ice cream parlor. He got me Rocky Road, because Rocky Road's my favorite. I'm extremely partial to the way the marshmallows act like little landmines of flavor amidst the battleground of chocolate. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is it pistachio? I bet it's pistachio. Oh, that reminds me! You'll never guess who I saw today! Pistachio the Amazing! He's a magician who studied under Crazy Earl, so he's got that weird mustache, you know, but I saw him make a rack hive disappear. A whole rack hive! I said to Mr. Torg, Mr. Torg, wasn't that amazing? And he said, yes, it was, Grandma. Didn't you say that, high five? You remember saying that?
I remember, Grandma!
And we stood in line afterward and got his autograph, and I thought I had it somewhere around here, but it's probably in the attic. I really ought to go up there and clean it out one of these days. I have so many little keepsakes up there. You're paying attention, right? Say, what's my favorite flavor of ice cream?
Rocky Road.
Shortstop pistachio?
So you are listening, how wonderful. You're an even better listener than my old pet rack, Beasto. Beasto was such a sweetie. You ever had a pet rack? If you can tame them, they are the sweetest pet you'll ever have. He used to just sit on my shoulder and bite chunks of flesh out of my neck to pass the time. I still remember the way he used to tweet. He went, tweet, tweet. It was so cute. I had a conversation with him once. I said, Mr. Beasto. He liked being called Mr. Beasto. It made him feel like an aristocrat. I said, Mr. Beasto, you're looking very cute today. And he said, oh, thank you. That's so nice. Or he tweeted in a way that made me know that's how he felt. And then he lowered his little head like he was taking a bow. It was adorable. Beasto was my third pet rack. First I had Woody. He got hit by a train. Then I had Anita. She got shot up trying to take vengeance on the train that killed Woody. And then I found Beasto making little poops on the windmill outside our house. After Mr. Torg and I wrestled her to the ground, I did a flying pile driver off a nearby tower tree, got him straight in the spine and brought him down. We brought him in and fed him some skag steaks until he decided he loved us. I still miss Beasto sometimes. He just died of old age. Rats don't live much longer than a few years, but I treasured the time we had together. Oh, poor Mr. Torg. When Beasto died, he cried for a week. The kids made fun of him at school, but I told him not to pay them any mind.
Being in touch with your emotions is not a character flaw!
That's right, High Five. Is something wrong? You look confused, Vault Hunter. Oh, you probably haven't heard anyone call Mr. Torg High Five before. The world may know him as Mr. Torg, but the Flexingtons always refer to him using his middle name. It's a Flexington family tradition, after all, to use your grandfather or grandmother's name as your own middle name. And my husband, High Five Flexington, God rest his soul, was the best grandfather Mr. Torg could have asked for before he passed. He taught Mr. Torg dang near everything he knew about firearms. Without High Five's teachings, I don't think the Torg Corporation would exist at all. Gosh, I still remember the first gun Mr. Torg tried to make after his parents died. A Jacobs shotgun with a stick of dynamite attached to the barrel. Torg nearly blew his face off, but he got up, dusted his mustache off, and swore that by the time he reached the age of 11, he would make a gun that fired explosions without killing the operator. And by golly, he did! It took a couple of dozen prototypes before he got the right combination of gun parts and explosives right. But once he did, woo-wee! I'll never forget the plume of smoke that used to be my neighbor's homestead. They were jerks though, so it's okay. Gosh, I've been talking your ear off for some time, haven't I? It's so kind of you to listen for this long. I've taken up too much of your time already. Please don't feel like you have to stick around any longer. As a matter of fact, take this for giving this old woman some company. Woo! You're even more attractive than Mr. Torque said you were.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were gonna have to answer another one.
I've got another story for you, but I'd like to tell it to
Who
all
said
your
we were
friends
done?
at once. An old lady like me has to save her voice, you know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you still want to talk with me? How incredibly sweet of you. Say, you'll never guess who I saw today. Captain Scarlet. She was robbing my retirement home with a few other brigands, and I recognized her from her wanted poster, and I said, "Oh, hey, you fought the Vault Hunter, didn't you?" And she bowed all elegantly and said something like, "Indeed I did, madam," and said that you were really good at fighting, and that you beat her fair and square. She didn't seem to harbor much of a grudge about it. Nice girl. You should think about meeting up with her again if you're not shacked up with anybody, you know?
Hell no.
I mean, of course, you probably are. Gorgeous hunk of a Vault Hunter like you. I bet you're beating away suitors left and right. Look, you're blushing. Oh, I could just eat you up. Mr. Torgue was so scared of trying to get a date for such a long time. He used to go to parties in high school and just stand in the back without talking to anybody.
I am an introvert!
I tried to tell him, I said, don't worry about chasing love. If you chase your dreams, then love will follow. See, that's the thing people don't get. You watch Echo films and they're just awful. They teach you that the only way to be with someone is just to pursue them over and over until they decide they like you. In reality, you know when you like someone almost immediately. You can't really convince somebody to fall in love with you. You just look like a stalker. But if you do things that you're interested in, like making guns that explode or killing mercenaries, then people will see that confidence and skill you have and they'll be attracted to it. But there's always a fine line between that kind of confidence and narcissism, you know? There's nothing worse than somebody who wants to be famous. I remember when Mr. Torgue first sold his weapons tech to that board of directors, he was pretty egocentric for a while. Taking pictures of himself and posting them to the EchoNet all the time. Trying to hobnob with every celebrity that used his weapons. He came back home one day with a supermodel under each arm, and I said, "Mr. Torgue, what are you doing? You've lost sight of who you are. It's been weeks since you actually created a new gun," I said. And it was true. He'd been more obsessed with being well known for doing something great than with actually doing something great.
It was a dark point in my life.
Thankfully, High Five listened to me and got to work on what would eventually become the Kerblaster. You a fan of the Kerblaster? That was always my favorite. That and the Flacker, which I know a lot of people hate. But there's more to combat than just brute efficiency in this old lady's eyes. Style counts for something. And there's nothing quite like filling the air with tiny little explosions. It's like a fireworks show, except the deaths aren't as sad and unexpected. Actually, that reminds me, now that you're here, I wanted to throw some ideas at you for feedback. I'm a playwright in my spare time, and I'm trying to write a story about an up-and-coming tournament fighter who tries to find love in a gladiatorial arena. And I figure you've got a lot of experience, so your feedback would really be valuable. So the play is called Broken Hearts and Broken Necks. Scene 1. Fade in on an arena, just after a battle. Body parts litter the stage. A lone warrior stands in the middle of the stage, a spotlight illuminating her blood-stained arm. She stands, holding her sword triumphantly aloft. Valkyrie. Is there no warrior who can challenge me? Must I be destined to spend my life as the strongest, the bravest, the most invincible warrior this galaxy has seen? For I am Valkyrie! Scourge of the gladiatorial games! Excellent, Valkyrie, as she shakes her head in despair. From stage left, enter Milton, a janitor with a heavy heart and an even heavier conscience. He begins sweeping the body parts into a...
Just so everyone know, her voice volume went down. So...
Until melancholy overtakes him. He drops
yeah.
his push broom to the floor.
Nothing wrong with the game.
Falls to his
She just went quiet all of a sudden, so...
heart-wrenching soliloquy. The blood cannot be washed away.
I think it's supposed to be that like we're getting tired,
Even as I
and it's
attempt to
supposed,
escape
and
the
we're like
past
having
which
difficulty
haunts
hearing her because of that.
Must I live forever as a fraud, sweeping up the trash of others to hide my shame and avoid my pursuers? Must I forever remain on the periphery of joyful combat, ever watchful but never participating? Then, with the clatter of Valkyrie re-enters from stage left. Good morrow, lowly janitor. I heard a noise and thought it worth investigating. No doubt. Oh, great Valkyrie, 'twas nothing but the wails of those souls you released from their bodies tonight. Souls that wail in agony as they fly upward to Valhalla. Fools! What have they to wail about? Their agonies are over, ended at the point of my sword. Mine, however, have only yet begun. For it is lonely at the top, and an unchallenged life is a boring one. No doubt, if only I were able to tell her my true identity, I would give her a fight she would not soon forget. Back to that. Yes, ma'am, boredom is the true tragedy. May you one day find challenge in combat. Stupid, Nodon picks up a giant two-armed bastard sword with almost no effort. Valkyrie, what is this? Excellent. Stage left. Valkyrie. What strength this janitor possessed? Who is he to pick up a bastard sword with 2 fingers? What hidden power does he hold? What secrets does he keep? I will endeavor to uncover his past, in the hope that our swords may cross in battle! Exit. End of Scene 2. The interior of the governor's house. The table is set with myriad teas and biscuits. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even ask you for the feedback on the first scene. Did you like it?
Say yes.
Oh, wonderful. I'll continue then. Scene 2. The governess enters from stage left. Governess, I refuse to respond to these absurd accusations.
If you say no, she starts the whole thing over.
And what accusations may those be? Governess. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to get feedback on the play yet. But what about you? What are you up to? Tell Grandma Flexington all about it. I bet you've had some amazing adventures. Mr. Torg told me about the time you all played bunkers and badasses together. He said it was one of the most fun and welcoming experiences of his life.
Grandpa! You're embarrassing me!
Sorry, sweetie, but really, you and the Vault Hunters are his first real pals. It wasn't easy for Mr. Torg to make friends at school when he had facial hair at age 8, pecs at 8.5, and dead parents by age 9. People found him intimidating, but I told him that he should be thankful for the fact that he looks different. Anyone who wouldn't be friends with you based on appearance wouldn't be a very good friend anyway. But he really does like hanging out with all of you. Most people these days want Torg to pose for pictures or blow something up by flexing at it. It's not often he gets to sit down and play games with people. Oh, speaking of games, did you play Going Back to the House yet? It's a new echo simulation about exploring a log cabin you lived in when you were a kid. There's no violence or anything. You just walk around looking at cereal boxes and remembering people you made out with. I really like where Echo Sims have gone in the past few years, don't you? There seem to be a lot more of them with interesting things to do beyond shooting people, and the writing has gotten so tight and concise. For instance, did you ever play The Samurai's Marker? The whole game's story was delivered through haiku. Did Zero write it or something? No, I'm just joshing. I know you're too busy for that. But oh yeah, I was playing at the end of the pointed gun last night on my Echo Sim player, and wow, is that funny. It's about a guy who punches people and smacks himself in the face with doors. Easily one of the best punch-related comedy sims ever. But oh, I'm really looking forward to this game called Robot Hunter Assault Squadron, which is this big randomized survival game about throwing bottles at trees and accidentally scaring birds. In the demo version, I scared a bird so hard it died. 10 out of 10 in my book. But what kind of things do you do for fun? You play any sports? look like you might be into some of the more extreme stuff, like spine hurdling or psycho head volleyball. I knew an athlete a lot like you when I was younger. Her name was Nijo, and she was especially gifted at the giblet toss. That's an old pastime we had back when I was younger. Idea was you punch a convict, and then see how far you could make their viscera fly across a big field. You got points based on distance and the size of the viscera. She won the final round of the giblet toss championship by getting a left eyeball to cross the 300-meter mark. They said she was juicing with iridium, but I think they were just angry that she dethroned the reigning champ, misogynistic Jeff. People really liked him for some reason. Hey, what's your favorite food? Mine's burgers, personally. People look at you like you're a pleb or something when you say you like burgers, but just think of all the things you can do with them. You can change out the patty, play around with the toppings, change what sides you have. You ever have a burger with veggie chips? Gosh, I all but forgot about fries for about a year after I discovered the veggie chip combo. And I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but those veggie patties they make on the more upper class worlds are crazy good. Better than real meat if you cook it right. Mr. Tord tried to be vegetarian once after he saw a fluff bear get run over by a truck. How long did you last again?
12 seconds!
Barely even finished the word vegetarian before he lunged at a skag chew I was holding in my left hand. Nearly lost a finger. Granted, he's always been partial to skag chews or skag bacon. Don't know why, since I always felt like skags tasted like old tires and vomit. But to each his own. Taste is a funny thing. People say your taste buds get more refined as time goes on, but they actually get worse and worse. So when Mr. Torg used to refuse vegetables as a kid, it's because he was actually tasting how awful they were. When we old folks eat vegetables, we're only okay with it because we can't taste all the gross vitamins and stuff. Granted, vitamins are what have kept me going for as long as I've been going. You get enough B12 in your system and you can headbutt a freight train without so much as a bruise. That reminds me, I need to get my pills ready for the rest of the week. I have one of those little metal containers split into different sections for each day. It's really helpful. And the sides are sharp enough that I can use it to ward off burglars if I need to. What else do I have to do this week? Probably head to the bazaar, pick up some frozen spider flanks. Gotta bring my coat, though, because it gets kind of chilly in the freezer section. What else do I need? Oh, I need Schwartzman's candy drops. Gosh, those are delicious. They're so smooth and sweet. Just thinking about them, I could go for one right now, couldn't you? Do you think you could go find me one?
Well, finally, I get to go do something.
Look at him!
No, I missed the ladder.
Rip. It'll probably be faster if you wait up there and just run back to her anyway.
Listen, I need something to do.
That's a Schwartzman candy drop. Grab it for me, will ya? Oh, I can taste it already.
The heck?
Oh, wonderful. Bring it back here and I'll finish my story.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I forgot all about this.
Well, we weren't here very long.
Yes, that one. This one didn't take very long to get through, so they had to find some way to draw it out.
Quiet! you so much! I'll eat this later while sitting by the fireplace telling Mr. Torg stories of days gone by. There's just nothing like a good roaring fireplace, is there? Something healing and safe. Maybe that's why our family likes explosions so much. They're basically just big fireplaces. Every explosion feels just like coming home. Oh, maybe that'd be a good slogan for the Torg Corporation. Don't you think, High Five? Oh, don't be silly. It's a wonderful slogan and you know it. I used to come up with slogans for a living when I was in my teens. I came up with the jingle for Professor Gunsight's Can't Miss Scopes. How'd it go again? Oh, yeah! If you try to shoot but you miss a lot, then give Professor Gunsight Scopes a shot. And then they played a gunshot sound effect and someone going, ah! It was cute. But gosh, I've been talking for a while now, haven't I? Thanks for bringing your friends to listen to an old woman ramble for a while. I can't tell you how great it is to have somebody new to talk to, especially a vault hunter. Oh, and one more thing. No, actually, that can probably make just something about vaults and the end of the universe. Anyway, here. I always spoil my friends, just like I spoiled my grandson. Enjoy! Conversation!
And with that, we are done.
I've had to listen to way longer ramblings.